Welcome back to another video, gang, I'm like, period. You know how we do it. This is perfect. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Stella Khosa and I hope you stay. Today's video, I will be talking about, I have my laptop with me. I will be talking about enjoying life while budgeting, saving, and investing. And please note that this is not financial advice. This is just how I budget, how I manage to budget, save, invest, and also enjoy life. So let's talk about it. Before we go any further, I do understand that the cost of living is too high and we're not making enough. You're not the problem, I'm not the problem, capitalism is. But in a world of in a capitalistic world, are you gonna swim or drown? I'm choosing to swim, so I'm doing something about it. And you know what? A lot to unpack there, but we're not gonna unpack it today. So how I structured this video is I'm gonna be defining enjoying life while budgeting, saving, and investing, and how I budget, I think, differently, or how I view it, that have helped me to budget better and save better and invest better. Okay, let's start into it, because this whole thing is about, literally, it's just creating a system that works for you, a structure that works for you. You know on payday what you need to do to make sure that the money that is a tool, it's used exactly as a tool. You literally telling your money what you need to do. So we'll start by first enjoying life. What do I mean by enjoying life? Finding fulfillment and happiness in experiences, both big, small, by being present and making the most of each moment. Basically, this is you enjoying. This is a decision to literally enjoy and have fun in this life that is so draining, where everything is literally going down. At least try to be happy. At least try to be at peace. Yes, there will be time where you are crashing out. Literally, I crash out a lot about the economy, about what's happening. I crash out a lot, and you're allowed to crash out a lot because nothing is working. But make sure that at least 90% of the time you're trying to be happy and enjoying life and making the best out of it, you know? So basically, this is how I make sure that I enjoy my life on a weekly basis or monthly basis. So I work a 9 to 5, so Monday to Friday I'm at work. Saturday, Sunday, what do I do? Usually Saturday it is for me enjoying, and then Sunday basically I'm resetting. Sharp. So this is how I structure it, my Saturdays of the month. 4 Saturdays. The first Saturday is maintenance day. Maintenance day, I do my hair. If I'm doing my nails that month, I'm doing my nails. And after that, I get myself lunch. Usually, I would combine it with buying a bit of groceries of things that I need. Yeah, that is the first weekend. The second weekend is me going out to a restaurant, looking cute, wearing my hair's looking nice, going to a nice establishment. Yeah, depending on, I get it, every month is not going to be the same. So this is not going to be exactly the same every month, depending if I am maybe saving for a trip, going out, and they will be limited doing your nails, hair. Yeah, other things will be limited on other months. But I'm giving you a typical one. And most, like, how my month usually goes, right? So it is maintenance week, and then the second week it's going out, restaurant week, and the third week it's the I call it the creative weekend, right? Saturday, where I go to your art gallery, museum, to a park. I do my thing in my coloring, picnic, like just going to like very educational places, artery places, you know, things that lights you up, you know. That's basically what I do in the third week. The fourth week, it's either I'm rotting or I'm going to meet up with a friend, or actually this one I would not meet up with a friend. Meeting up with a friend will go on when I go out, but this one would be me coming to your place or you coming to my place, we having something, or I visit family, or I'm rotting. Yeah, so that is how I try to enjoy my Saturdays. So basically that's what I mean. And yeah, putting in things that we do not every month, which will be your traveling, yeah, all of those things. But traveling, getaways, staycation, we're not talking about that right now. We're only talking about enjoying, because also we need to ensure, or I am ensuring, that I enjoy my life on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. Yeah, even on a daily basis, I make sure that I'm having at least a good time. Even when I'm at work, I'm at least having a good time there, even though it's not so fun. But yeah, but thank goodness my work, I'm not working in a toxic environment. I'm working in a really good environment. Yes, we do have our issues about money and whatever, but on a day-to-day with people that I work with, best people ever. Sharp. And then budget. What does a budget mean to me? Or the definition of a budget, it's a plan that helps you manage your money. It shows you how much money you have, how much money you need to spend on different things, and how much money you can save or use for other goals. So this is how a budget, this is the budget template that I use. You can see we have a section for housing, transportation, insurance, food, personal health, pets, entertainment, loans, savings or investments, gifts, and donations. So basically this template helps me to see like how is my, like, where is my money going and how can I fix it. So I'm still navigating it. Sometimes it's on a negative, sometimes it's on a positive, sometimes I need to decrease certain things, sometimes I need to increase certain things. But I think a game changer for me when it came to budgeting was treating my saving investment as an expense, as a bill. I treat it like it's a rent due, and I have goals for them. Let's say, for instance, in my investment, if my goal is to invest 12,000 this year, every month, and when I get every payday, when I get paid, 1,000 is going into my investment, non-negotiable. And if I say that I want to save 12,000 or 24,000 every month, 2,000 if it's 24,000, but if it's 12,000, 1,000 every month when I get paid, I transfer the money to that account. I'm not negotiating. I'm not saying, oh, maybe I'll save this month, maybe I'm not saving this month. No, when I get paid, those are the first thing that I do. Transfer, and then pay all of my bills. And also the one thing that I think other people will not agree with me on this one, but I do not track every cent or every dollar. I don't track every cent to say that, oh, I spend this much on groceries. I don't care about the sleeps. I really don't care. Like, I could care less about how much. I don't care. I put a budget to say that my groceries, I'm putting 500 for groceries, or I'm putting 1,000 rand for groceries. If it happens that my groceries, it's worth whatever groceries I'm buying 600, I'm left with 400. That 400, I am chowing it. I'm not going to say that, oh, hey, I'm going to review. Hey, no, I'm not doing that. I've done that. It stressed the hell out of me. It does not work for me. That's why they say this is personal finance. It's personal to you, and what works for me might not work for you, right? Great stuff. That's what I had to realize, that I should not get angry at other people's way of dealing with their finances, because they are not me and I'm not them. Everybody's gonna do what works for them, right? Great. So that's basically how those are the things that I had to change. And also I needed to be honest with myself to say that, what do you want and how you're gonna get what you want, right? And I think one thing that also changed my whole perspective, my whole budgeting, is that I don't budget every month. I have a budget for the next 10 years. For the next 10 years, I know how much I want to have on my investment, how much I want to have on my savings, how much I want, how much my net worth will be. I've planned for the next 10 years. So every month, I'm just taking that money towards the 10-year budget goal. That's basically what I'm doing. So if I mess up this month, I know that I need to catch up, because in 10 years, I said I want to be that woman, then I need to be that woman, right? Great stuff. It's like, because I know that when you say, you're like, oh, I want to have an investment of like 1 million. And you're like, oh, 1 million, there it is. And you can't divide it into 12 months. And yes, you can achieve it in a year, but it's very difficult to achieve it in a year. I would rather take the 1 million, divide it by 10 years, and see that, okay, every year I have to focus on increasing my net worth to 100K. So how can I do that? Look at other options. Because me, I only focus on 4 investments. Okay, we'll get to that when I talk about investments. Now I am getting out of topic, but yeah, that is how I budget. And then the saving, the money one has saved, especially through a bank or official savings. Savings, when you save, you're not saving to get rich. Saving is not for getting rich. Saving is for a buffer. If anything happens, you have some cash somewhere. That's why I say it's very important to have an emergency fund. Very, very important to have it. I know that it's going to take time for you to save it. It's taking me time to save it, you know. It's going to take you time, but you know that even if, because anything can happen in this life, you can literally lose your job, at least have some money to know that I have this emergency fund. At least for the next 12 months I will be able to survive, or for the next 6 months I'll be able to survive. And I always say that have something that you are doing or selling, even if it's not like, okay, like if you're selling like all the time, but there's something that's bringing you money except your job, so that even if you lose your job, you have something that will give you something. So saving is not for to make you rich, it's to make you feel safe and give you a peace of mind, so that you know you can relax. You know that for me, yes, I do have an emergency fund, but I also have money that if shit hits the fan, I mean, I don't stay in my hometown, I don't stay with my family, so if anything happens back at home, I need to have money to be able to go home. I started with that not so long ago, with having that money, so really new on that, but I feel like it's very, like, it's easily accessible. I could just go withdraw the money and go home, be able to go home at any time. So you need to put in those factors in, and also in the expenses, insurance. I feel like we talk about saving, investing, but we never talk about insurance, right? You need to have a funeral cover, not financial advice, but funeral cover, funeral parlor cover. What's the difference between the two? Funeral cover is money. Funeral cover is money, right? Stand to be corrected if you work in the banking sector, you or in the insurance, you can correct me on the comment section. And then the funeral parlor, it's the one that literally does your burial, where they give you a tent, they give you a casket, and they give you chairs. So at least you only need to worry about food, so you don't need to worry about these things, because on the funeral it's going to be funerals are expensive. So imagine you have to get tents, you have to get chairs, you have to get a coffin. Do you know how much a coffin is? Oh, but yeah, and life cover also, yeah. Must have that, please don't. Yes. And I know that okay, I don't want to talk about debts, because I don't have debts. I only have one debt, which is my mortgage. So me talking about debt, it doesn't make sense on this video, because I'm not on that journey. I was on that journey, and I think I do have a video talking about debts. But if you are in your journey of paying debts, do not feel bad when you see other people investing and doing all these big things. You know what your goal is. I think when it comes to finances, you need to have a financial goal to know, what do I want? What am I working towards? So that when you see other people doing their own things, you are not mad at them, because you know that it's their journey. They're doing things their ways. Let me do things my way. Because you will end up saying, another person will be like, oh, let's do tax free, you do tax free. Oh, let's invest in the stock market, you invest in, buy property, you buy property, buy this. You are just all over. You don't even know what you're doing. So take your time, know what your goal is, and keep on learning, because the goal, even if I say I have a 10-year budget or financial plan or goal, it does not mean that it's going to be exactly like that. I'm learning new things. Like I recently discovered about tax-free account. I don't know enough about it, but I'm learning about it to implement it into my 10-year goal. You know what I mean? Yes. So basically that is on savings. And then it's just to have a buffer, just to be safe, just, you know, things can happen, emergency can happen. And not only the let me stop. And then investing is putting money into things that have the potential to grow in value, which is financial scheme, shares, property, or commercial ventures. For me, my investments, I'm only focusing on 4 things, which is my retirement, which is my retirement. It's paid by my employer. It's already taken out from my salary before I even receive my salary. My property, I don't know if I really want to get into the property, because I was thinking that, am I really going to buy a second property? I don't know, because being a landlord, it's not and even being a homeowner is not as nice as people say. Oh, being a homeowner, baby, ooh, yay, you will fight. My darling, you will fight for your life every day. And the thing is, you are stuck in that house until you finish paying it, or unless if you sell it. And selling it is not like it's going to sell quickly like this. It's going to take time. So when you're buying, be sure and do your research, okay? Because being an owner is not as glamorous as people make it. And even being a landlord, it's not as glamorous as it seems. There's a lot of things, a lot of stress. Let's talk about, like, let me give you an example of being a homeowner. If anything breaks in this house, it's my responsibility. The bulb goes off, I need to go replace it. If house needs painting, I need to paint it. If anything happens with the pipes, geyser, drain blocks, I need to call a plumber, and I'm paying for the plumber. You know, those certain things. So you need to be sure when you're doing this thing and know that it's your food, it's your responsibility. And the thing is, when you are buying a property, or you're buying a property that's going to be your residence, primary residence, that you can't just pack your bags and leave if you don't like, especially if you're buying in an apartment where you have managing whatever, those take care of securities and all of those things. You might find the worst ones. Like for me, I'm always fighting for my life every month. So it's not as glamorous as it looks. Make sure, just do your research and be sure that you are ready. And you can't move anytime you want to move. Yeah, you can't just pack your bags and go. Because when I used to rent, if I don't like something, I don't like how you're doing things, just know that when my lease is up, I'm out. Or even if I don't care about the deposit that much, I will literally look for another place, put a notice, leave. You know? So when you are owning, different story. So yeah, as I was saying, I'm focusing on 4 things, which is that and this. And then I'm going to include tax-free. Tax-free, I feel like it's more of, I don't understand it properly. I'm still researching about it, and I want to talk to like a financial advisor. I need to go to see one and sit down and talk to a financial advisor about that, a person who specializes in those things there, so that they can explain it properly. Because I don't understand. They're like, oh, you can use the money, but I'm asking myself, if I'm putting in, because there's tax-free investment, if I'm putting it in an investment, when they pay dividends, is that money tax? Like, what is going on there? I need to understand those certain things. So yeah, tax-free is one of the things that I'm gonna, because if I tax-free, for me, I feel like it's gonna be the cash for me, the cash, because the retirement, on the retirement, next week I am going to do a video talking about early retirement, which I will explain more. Yeah, because one thing about me, I'm not going to work until I'm 60. Sorry, I'm not doing that. Get somebody else to do it, not me. So I need to make sure that I can be work option. Yeah, but we'll talk about that when we talk about retirement, early retirement and all of those things. Yes. And then the last one, it's the stock market, where I am getting where I am buying shares. Yeah, at my stock portfolio right now, it's basically individual stocks. And yeah, individual stocks, they will humble you, but neither here or there. Right now I want to get into your Old Mutuals, Old Mutually, not Old Mutual, man. Index fund, where it's a combined of certain stocks, your S&P 500, all of those things. So that's where I'm gonna get into. But next year, that is when I am going to be more on my investment journey. Right now, I'm focusing a lot on my emergency fund and trying to understand my budget and make sure that I am nailing it. There is a structure in place that I know that this is the structure, I am following the structure. And another thing that I am trying to do is live below my means and make sure that when I get an increment, like last year when I got an increment, I opened a medical aid because I did not have a medical aid. Now I have a medical aid. This year when I got my increment, I took it to my bond. So it's just, when you get like those increment, don't increase your lifestyle. Or maybe when you get another job and the salary goes up, make sure that that difference, you assign it to something that is going to benefit you, right? Yeah. So basically that is me, and that is how I enjoy life while budgeting, savings, and investment. If you have any questions, ask away. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Yeah, Pella, I mean, as much as we love to like talk about saving, investing, what, we also need to remember that life is short and you need to enjoy your life, and you don't want to be in a situation where you regret that you never took that trip, you never bought yourself that dress, you never went to that place. You don't want to regret anything. Make sure that you strike a balance. And sometimes the other way is another, like sometimes you will need to choose enjoyment than the savings and investing. You know, enjoyment will take priority. And then there's times where savings and investing are taking priority. Enjoyment, you are enjoying, but it's yada yada yada. You understand what I'm trying to say? So it's just striking the balance. Like, as if you are, like, when you're traveling, for me, when I'm traveling, what I do is, a few months before I travel, I would take it easy on the saving and investing so that I can have more cash when I'm traveling, because I don't want to find myself in a situation where I am somewhere traveling and I run out of money and I start asking people for money. I want to make sure that I have more than enough money, and if anything goes wrong, I have some money that I can use. So I would lower it a little bit on the saving and investing if I am traveling. And we've not been traveling, but next year we're traveling, baby. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this type of videos, please do like, share, and hopefully subscribe. I will see you next week when we talk about early retirement. And you can comment down below what kind of finance stuff that you want me to talk about, and note that I'm not a financial advisor. And by the way, did I tell you I hit my 100K plus net worth? So proud of myself. I'm so happy. I cannot believe it. It's mind-blowing. Like, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe that, because you know, when you buy a property, it literally takes a toll on your net worth, because now it's like asset minus liabilities, which is everything you own minus everything you own minus everything you owe. Woman, that equals to your net worth. So getting that to a positive is hard, especially if you're buying a property, you know. But finally, thank you, God. Thank you, God, that now we are on 6 figures. Going for 7 figures. 7 figures be coming for you, baby. Be coming for you. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.